three simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Free-Staters David Holly and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly rode down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Thank you, guys. I did check in with the Auburn head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
They don't need a bunch on second down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Second and long here. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the... Now,
that's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play.
Wide open spaces. Touchdown Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Throwing Russell. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So obviously to do it on this stage will go a long way to determining whether this team gets in the playoff.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Got a man, it's Edwards. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Making the adjustment. Keelan Russell. Hauls it in.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offensive quarterback find one, they could hurt you. You saw it right there on the crossing.
From the gun, it's Edwards. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Going to the run, it's Edwards. Got some room into the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The extra point here would tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. This third down a little longer after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Fresh set of downs going up top. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Got some room to run. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. He'll send the tight end in motion. Run in the red zone. It's Edwards. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Alabama pushing the tempo. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, when the defense does a really good job playing assignment football, Man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell. Had the running back taken care of, too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Handoff to the lone back. Turning it on. Crosses midfield. The 30. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when it gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Powers inside. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Oh, they've got him in the backfield. A disaster on that one and a loss of 6. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And off from the shotgun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The fake and wants to throw. Still looking to his right. Grabbed over the middle. It's Eccles. And they swarm him under. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. A strike downfield. He's running free down the middle. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass.
Number 39 set to kick off.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for room. It's Edwards. Swapped immediately.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Here's the give off the left side. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Uh-oh, look out. Crosses to 35. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Let it go. Looking for a crease to the left. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They'll ride him again. Breaks into the open. The 40. Inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because, Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's changing the play. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And how about the defense here? Oftentimes in these two-minute type situations, you're just sort of in this prevent mode. You're trying to force the opponent to kick a field goal and not score a touchdown, but they're still being aggressive. They're out there still trying to make plays, and how about that?
simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. Talking to his team, he wants his quarterback to come out slinging it early. He has been so good all season, but he has a chance to go over 3,000 yards today. And while stats don't usually determine the game plan, the coach said we want to rely on him. He's led us this far, and we want to make sure he gets those stats so he's in the conversation for some of the big awards when the season ends. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5.
And wow, opening kick of the game. How about the coverage unit getting down the field, pinning their ears back and getting the ball carrier to the ground? That is the best way possible you could start this thing.
This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The give on the counter. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Sells to fake. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Follows his blocks. It's Edwards. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
He breaks a tackle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And man, this is exactly how you wanted to script this game. Your defense comes out, gets a stop, do a nice job in special teams. Now you get that first down. The juices are flowing. Everybody's feeling confident now. The offense is feeling good. I look, Jesse, for them to open it up now. Try to create an explosive play. They got some of that momentum early.
Yeah, and this is what coaches love to see too, right? Complementary football for everything you just talked about. And now, if you're the offensive coordinator, you got that first down. This might be an opportunity to take a shot like David said. The defense might be expecting run here. Take a look at what their personnel is. If you got the matchup you like, don't be afraid to take a shot. You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Straight ahead, it's Edwards. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. And this one splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
The returner will field it and bring it back. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He leaves it with the back. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Keep it on the ground. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
On the return. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give. Shakes off the defender. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Got an alley. There he goes. Inside the touchdown, Crimson Tide. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Right back to the well. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Running to the left. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Edwards. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've got a first down here to open the period. Back has it. Oh, he's got some space. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Riley. And he could not get loose on the run.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Plenty of options here, run or pass on third down right around midfield. The handoff. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Takes the handoff. It's Riley. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
To the back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Turning it on. Past the 20. Touchdown, Alabama! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the back. At the 20, he's got space. Maybe a crease. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Good enough for first down.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it. Looking for a crease. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll try to pick up this 3rd down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. Pushes ahead. Fights off a defender. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He now has 91 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Max going for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Auburn!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the delay, it's Edwards. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Rides to the back. They didn't get anybody blocked, didn't fool anybody. They'll lose yardage, and it's third down here late in the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback changing the play. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. Let's get things popping with Maryland taking on the Fresno State Bulldogs.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Breaks into the open. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. To the 10. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown tie! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity where they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Riley. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
He's dropped.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
It's 3rd and 5. They're testing the right side here. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Hauls it in at the 40. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. On the move. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. This time they'll throw it. Escapes the pressure going right. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. A disastrous play, stopped well behind the line. He'll lose 9. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Motion from the back. Russell, caught behind the line. It's Edwards. At the 45, on his way. There he goes. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? There's a crease. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on. The tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that, Paul.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all 3 phases of the game, they've been better.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He uncorks one deep. Reels it in down the left side. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. They'll move the tight end. Drops back on first down. Looking left. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He's brought down, and that one never had a chance, and the two-point conversion attempt fails. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. On the run, it's Riley. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Crimson Tide now has it on second down as we open the final period. Running to the left. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Pass to 6. Racing to the right. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
They'll go to the air. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They give it back to him. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He gets it inside the 40, but he stopped at the 39, and that's not quite enough for the first down.
Offense facing
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Direct snap. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
And your decision to go for it on fourth down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
On the snap, it's Edwards. Turning it on. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Got a little grip. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And the stomping has commenced. They stretched this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And the extra point is good. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They want to run it left here. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll run him again. Brought down.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football. They want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game, but they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment, because today, it was not a good day.
He's got the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Going to the running game. Here's some daylight. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run it. Sees a crease. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. Inside the 45. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
Well, a big key for this offense was getting the run game established, and this guy now over 120 rushing yards in this one. You got to give credit to the O-line. You obviously have to give credit to the running back as well, but they have answered the bell. They knew what they needed to do if they were going to be able to have success, and they're executing this game plan flawlessly.
The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Takes the handoff, it's Butler. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed in crimson as Alabama rolls to victory over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.